Welcome back to part 3 of the BigSin Podcast. I'm here with Big Tone Son, of course. If we ever do an episode without him, he's going to be the new deadbeat.
Basically.
As you learned from the past episode, Ryan is the current deadbeat because we recruited him shortly after the first episode, and he's not here, but, he's excused, just had a baby. He's got a lot of life events happening. His life is changing majorly, between the house, the wife, the dog, now the baby. Ryan's doing big things.
Yes, he is. Congratulations.
Ryan's doing big things. We're going to talk about action movies. And we're going to kick it off with, of course, the end all above all, favorite action movie.
Favorite action movie of all time. Very difficult.
Yeah?
I love action movies. I just love action movies. It's like I said, man. I cannot make a top 5 list. It has to be a top 10 list. I love action movies. I do.
Bro, I'm torn.
If I have to pick one, I refuse. Actually,
but you gotta put something on the top if you're doing a top 10.
Actually, and the more I think about it, right now, I've had this discussion before with a lot of people. In my opinion, the first Terminator is a horror movie.
Yeah.
It is a horror movie, and actually, now that I think about it,
should have mentioned it first part.
Should have mentioned it on the first part. That's one of my favorite all-time horror movies. Actually, that and
this guy. Blame the Hangover.
That and it. God damn, man. I like Terminator 2, but my personal opinion, first one's better. Favorite action movie of all time.
Well, they say the original is always the best, man. It's hard to make a sequel that tops when you have a good movie, like a really good movie, it's hard to make a sequel that tops that. But when you do, it works out so much.
You know what? Favorite action movie of all time? I'd probably have to go Blade.
Blade? That's a good one. That's a good one.
Blade is that one movie where if it's on, no matter what I'm doing, I'm dropping everything and I'm watching it.
Blade 1, right?
Yeah, the first Blade.
Yeah. All right, so I'm a little torn because I don't want to ask this question because I know the answer to it. Did you watch Bad Boys 3?
Next question.
Yeah. I'm a little torn because I just watched Bad Boys 3 last week, maybe a couple weeks ago. I forget the timeline. I'm terrible with time. But Bad Boys 3 has climbed my list on action movies to the point where I might be able to put it on my top. My favorite action movie. But I also love Deadpool. Because of the comedic value that movie also has. It's action and it's comedy.
Well, you know what? How about this? You know what? Let's keep the superhero stuff separate.
To the side?
So I'll switch.
We'll do best super movie.
I'll switch from Blade.
Okay.
And we'll save all the superhero stuff for later. So I'll switch from Blade.
Okay, fair.
And I will go.
He stumped himself again. I will start it off.
Predator 2.
Wow.
Because I feel like the first one is more like a horror movie too.
Oh my god.
I feel like the first Predator. Don't get me wrong. Like the first half of that movie is action. Then once they leave that village, and the Predator is stalking them, that is a horror movie.
Now, I have a question for you. When people think Predator, they usually associate it with Alien because the two are intertwined together. They're like their counterparts, whatever.
What do you know how they became intertwined?
Alien versus Predator? No, that's not the movie that did it.
Nope.
All right, enlighten me, sir.
The first Easter egg was Predator 2. That was the first Easter egg.
Where aliens could be in there?
Because if you looked at the end of the movie, when Danny Glover's on the spaceship, you see a bunch of skulls, and you see the alien skull.
Oh.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but from my knowledge, that was the first time that it was known that aliens are in the same universe as Predator.
Now, that being said, would you consider Alien an action movie as well? Action/horror? Or just consider it a horror movie?
I'm.
Because Alien vs. Predator together, action movie.
I haven't seen Aliens in so long. We're talking about early 90s.
Yo, no joke. The only thing Alien related I remember is the scene with the little eggs. That's the only thing I remember, and that's Alien vs. Predator right there.
I mean, the first one is straight up horror. Second one, I guess, is a mix. I think I think all the other ones are just, to me, basically action movies. I don't remember any Alien movies. I really don't.
Okay, so going on to my favorite action movie, and I'm still torn now that we're taking out Deadpool, because it was a 3-way tie between Bad Boys 3 and John Wick 1.
The first John Wick was good.
They're all good. They are all good. They're making a fourth one along with another Matrix movie that I need to watch. They're supposed to be coming out on the same day. Stupid decision, because I gotta choose which one I want to watch.
I'm gonna see both.
It might be an all movie day. Let's set it up.
Yeah, why not?
Let's watch it. It's the only way I can guarantee you'll watch it.
Well, no, if my wife wants to see it, then I'm basically shit out of luck.
Yeah, because you're not going to see it at that point.
Basically.
Then she's going to watch it without you, and then you're going to have to watch it, and I'm going to already watch it by then, because I'll probably watch it with Ray all day, the guy who's not here. But, I really like John... You know why I like John Wick? And this is the series at this point, because I watched 2 and 3. 1, 2, and 3. I like John Wick because it's non-stop action, but it doesn't feel too much at any point. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know when like movies do something that feels like it's too much? John Wick doesn't feel like it does too much. It feels like it's just non-stop but good.
Yeah, so I've only ever seen the first one. I haven't seen 2 or 3. I just haven't had a chance to.
I think John Wick's gonna take my favorite. And I watched it recently. I watched it like within this year. It was the first time watching it. I would always see the memes for like John Wick's dog and whatnot. I was just like, I don't get this. And then I watched it, I'm like, oh shit, they killed his dog. I get it. Oh my god.
Yeah, I grew up on action movies, from Instant Justice, the Lethal Weapon movies, Next of Kin.
What about Triple X?
No, never had an interest in seeing those movies.
You didn't see the with the Vin Diesel? Vin Diesel, Triple X? No?
Never had an interest.
Yo, it's a good movie. You should watch it.
I heard it was, but I never had an interest.
Bro, I recommend.
I'll eventually get to it.
I'm talking about the first one, though. I'm pretty sure they made another one.
Probably.
Yeah, I think they made another one. I think recently. I'm talking about the first one's good. The first one was one of the movies I grew up on. Along with Predator, Terminator, those movies that like borderline, you know what I mean? There was another movie with Ice Cube that came out when I was like still growing up that like had the X in it.
State of the Union.
State of the Union. That was a good movie.
I heard it was terrible. I never watched it.
Maybe I liked it because I was a kid and things blew up. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I love action movies, man. God.
So you wanna jump right into the top? Well, in your case, top 10.
Top 10. Wow.
You said top 10.
Yeah.
No, on record. I'll keep count for you.
Instant Justice.
Justice.
I'm just going to throw all the Lethal Weapons in there because I've seen them all. This movie Desperado, let me tell you something about Desperado, yo.
Haven't seen it.
That movie, back when I first saw it, I thought it was the coolest shit in the world. My man is in a bar, hands up, all of a sudden he goes, shh, fucking 9mm come out his sleeves, he just starts blasting everybody in the bar. So Desperado. We could throw The Matrix in there.
4. I don't remember The Matrix. I grew up watching The Matrix, but I don't remember it.
I don't remember much from that movie either. Matrix, Bad Boys 1 and 2.
Matrix is on Netflix, by the way. I think all of them.
Okay, yeah. I never seen the third one.
I gotta watch them. I'm gonna watch all of them.
Eventually we'll get to it. John Wick. We could put Crank 1 and 2.
Crank, that's a good one.
Yep. Crank
Look
1
at
and 2.
him.
Passenger 57, Wesley Snipes. The Art of War. I'm going to kill myself. Oh, it's tough. It's tough. It's so hard.
He's zoning out at 9, guys. He just needs one more.
Because there's so many movies floating. I guess I got to put Terminator 2 up there. No, I already said Terminator. RoboCop.
RoboCop, really?
I can't believe I've waited so long to say RoboCop.
You surprised me with that one.
Why?
I don't know why. It's just like... I think the kid in me associates RoboCop somehow with Inspector Gadget. Because I watched them, like... I think I watched both of them around the same time. And, like, Inspector Gadget was like a wannabe cop. He was like a detective or whatever. And he was a kind of a robot. So it was weird. I don't know. But RoboCop, interesting. Okay. I don't think I have 10. Off the top of my head, I'm so bad with names. I'll be lucky if I get you 5. So, John Wick. Deadpool 1. I'm not doing Deadpool 2. You can't change my mind. I'm sorry. No. That one was for kids.
So we're keeping superhero stuff separate.
Superhero. Damn. All right. 2 gone. Damn. All right. John Wick. Bad Boys. Triple X with Vin Diesel. You know what? I'm going to say this because it follows the category now. I used to love these movies as racing movies, but now they're action. Fast and Furious. Which one did Paul Walker die in? And rest in peace, Paul Walker. Was it 5?
I don't know.
I think he died in 5. I think 5 is the one he couldn't finish.
I think I've seen 1 through 5, maybe. No, I think it was like 7 he died in.
I'm going to look it up right now.
I don't remember.
Last Fast and Furious with Paul Walker.
According to Wikipedia, Furious 7 marked the final film performance of Paul Walker, who died in a car accident on November 30th, 2013.
That's how many there are.
He wasn't in the third one.
He wasn't in the third. You're right. But wasn't the third one like Tokyo Drift?
Yeah.
I didn't like that. I didn't watch that one.
I kind of liked it.
I didn't watch it. That guy's supposed to be coming back for the next one with John Cena.
What guy?
The main guy from Tokyo Drift.
The white dude?
The Asian dude.
This motherfucker's supposed to be dead. Why do they keep bringing him back?
Listen. So I liked Fast and Furious 7 because towards that end, and I love Paul Walker in that series. It's hearing that song in the end they did for him and watching the movie almost made a nigga cry.
I'm not gonna lie, man. After a month of hearing that song like twice a day, I was sick and tired of it.
Yeah, but in the moment, it hit.
Yeah, it was definitely sad how Paul Walker died. I thought he was a good actor, but I couldn't stand that song after the first month. I was like, please stop playing this shit. We get it. Homie's dead. I feel bad for him, but what the fuck? Stop playing it. Shit.
Oh my god, man. Action movies. Would you consider Karate Kid an action movie?
Yeah.
Because I like the Karate Kid.
Yeah, you consider those action movie.
I like the Karate Kid. I need one more action movie. You know what? Oh man, I don't know what it's called. But I just saw it on Netflix, and Ryan Reynolds is in it, and it's a good movie, and it's actually pretty actiony. Actiony, yeah.
Just gonna make it worse, though. Okay.
Yeah, man. This is the BigSin Podcast, man. No bounds. No boundaries. Just give me a minute. If you want to say something while I'm looking for it. I found it. Never mind. 6 Underground on Netflix. Watch it. Did you watch it?
No.
No? Alright, so the basic concept of the movie is Ryan Reynolds stars as this leader of a secret operation of like people who are supposed to be dead. And they're basically trying to right the wrongs in the world. They feel like someone has a higher power and has failed the world. there are operations to take that person down.
Mm-hmm.
It is a good movie. I recommend.
You know what? I was just actually sitting here thinking, and this would actually go... Oh, God. This would actually... I just thought of these, which go more with comedy. There are 2 movies that I loved when I was a kid. These comedy movies. It was Ladybugs with Rodney Dangerfield, and I forgot the one kid's name, but he played Bill in the It miniseries. And then it was Bushwhacked with, I forgot the actor's name, but he was the taller gentleman from what the hell is that Macaulay Culkin movie called? Oh my God, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank. Home Alone. Yeah, I love those 2 movies when I was a kid. But anyway, going back to action. You know what? Now we can segue to the superhero stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Finally, because
top 5 favorite.
No, man.
Top 5 favorite superhero.
I don't have a top 5.
I'll go first. All right. So top 5 favorite. You could throw all the Batmans in there, even though Batman and Robin were.
Can you do villains too?
Oh God. Yes, Joker.
Why are you giving away my shit, dog?
Jesus Christ.
I need stuff to fill up the spots.
The Batman series.
Yes.
Even though a lot of people don't like Batman v Superman, they don't like Batman and Robin. I still enjoy those movies. I'm a Batman fan.
You know which Batman movie I really liked? The Killing Joke.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like Ben Affleck as Batman. I loved Ben Affleck as Batman. And actually very excited about Robert Pattinson being Batman in the upcoming movie next year, which I will go see in theaters. Probably just sit in that same theater all day and just watch it over and over again.
We'll talk about it when it comes out.
So what? Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely Blade. Definitely Blade. I'm trying to think.
We've been avoiding this for so long, as if it'd be so easy, and now that it's here, it's like, damn.
We'll go Logan.
Interesting.
I'm trying to think of more obscure ones too. I actually enjoyed Hancock.
Oh, you piece of shit.
I enjoyed Hancock. I did enjoy Hancock. And I don't know if I could put him up there as a... I don't know if I could put him up there as a superhero. Now, you know, I'm gonna take Hancock off. I'm gonna go Avengers Endgame.
Okay.
As my 4th one, so I need one more. One more.
By the way, guys, look at my tattoo. Look at my dragon. Can't. Man, whatever. You kind of see it. One more, dog.
Blank Man.
Is that like you can't think of a fifth?
No, it is Blank Man.
What?
You never heard of Blank Man? With Damon Wayans?
You fucking with me, right?
I'm being dead serious.
You're not being dead serious.
Blank Man!
Blank Man?
Yeah.
Nah, no way.
Yeah.
Who the fuck?
I love fucking Blank Man.
What cuck invented Blank Man?
It's a funny movie, man. Honorable mention, Defendor.
The movie with the nigga, bro? With the Ninja Turtle mask?
Oh. I gotta take Blank Man out.
Please.
Ninja Turtle movies. Well, just the first 2 from the 90s.
Okay.
Gotta throw those in there.
All right. Cool. All right.
So we'll take Blank Man now. And you know what? Yo, now that we've been talking for a while, so many more comedy movies are starting to come to my head.
Damn.
Because one of my favorite comedy movies of all time is White Men Can't Jump. I can't believe I didn't think of that. I love White Men Can't Jump. I don't understand why I drew a blank with that. White Men Can't Jump, Thin Line Between Love and Hate, Low Down Dirty Shame, the Scary Movies,
Scary movies were funny.
Yeah.
You know what's also funny? That
Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins.
You know what's funny? That parody of the Paranormal Activities with the black guys, the black people.
Yeah.
The brothers and shit.
What the fuck is it called? I want to say it's called Haunted House.
Maybe.
Yeah, the Mandingo Party. There's a lot. I'm like, yo, I like I said, I love comedy movies, but I just couldn't think of any.
It's hard. It's hard.
Now that
it's hard on the spot, man.
Now that my brain is not as cloudy as it was when we first started, because I'm starting to recover from this hangover. But yeah, now they're finally starting to come to my head. Action movies too. Fucking Demolition Man. Oh my god, just so many. I've seen so many movies, man. It's crazy. Like all I used to do was watch movies. The Mission Impossible movies. And even superhero movies. I've seen so many. I just can't think of any. That's what I say. It really is hard to do it on the spot, but
it is. It is. So, I like the Dark Knight Batman. I also like the Killing Joke, but I think I like the Dark Knight Batman maybe a little better. Just like a tiny margin. And he already spoiled it. I love the Joker movie. We're not going to get into like why. I just think I think it's different. The way they approached him in this movie.
Evil loves evil.
Yeah. Well, fair enough. You can blow it in the camera, bro. You can get us some special effects.
I ain't gonna do that. That's disrespectful.
We disrespectful.
Yeah, it's true.
Joker, Dark Knight, Deadpool. Which X-Men movie did I like? Which one was it?
I'm not gonna lie. And I didn't really like any of the X-Men movies.
There was one I liked.
Like I saw the first two, didn't see and I saw the first one, saw bits and pieces of the second one, never saw the third one. I saw Days of Futures Past, which was alright. I saw First Class, which was alright. Apocalypse, I wish would have been better. Like I just feel like Apocalypse is such a menacing villain that he just seemed like a big old giant pussycat. And then the Phoenix one, like...
Is it the last one that came out?
I haven't seen it yet, but so many people are trashing it that I don't want to see it. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good, man. You know, I can't think of the X-Men one, so I'm just going to go ahead and say... People don't like it, but I liked Blade Trinity, man.
No.
I liked Blade Trinity.
No, I didn't like it. I don't know.
I need a fifth, and like it's on the tip of my tongue, but it won't come out.
Okay.
No, you ruined that for me. You ruined it!
You just trying to pick movies you didn't think I'd pick.
I'm trying, man. I want some diversity in here. I picked Blade, didn't I? But you picked one, I picked three. Oh man, I need a list of movies. You just thought of one? What was that?
No. I was yawning.
You know, I don't got it.
Ain't got it.
I don't got it. I need a list.
All
go
right.
on a rant so I can look up a list.
So let me ask you this.
I say go on a rant. He asked me a question.
I'm not going on a rant. Who is your favorite Marvel character of all time and DC character of all time?
Deadpool and Joker.
Okay.
No question. Oh.
No. Hold on. Let me rephrase that. Favorite Marvel hero and villain and favorite DC hero and villain.
Hold on. I'm gonna throw you on a spin.
Incredibles.
You know, fuck you, dog. I was gonna say Venom. But you saw the Incredibles there, didn't you? I was gonna say it to be funny. Fuck you. Venom.
Technically, it is a superhero movie.
It is, but I loved Venom. Venom was a good movie. I liked the Venom movie.
I liked Venom too.
Okay, so favorite Marvel and DC?
Hero and villain.
Hero and villain for both?
Yep.
All right, so Deadpool is kind of a vigilante, if you will. He's not really. He's like an anti-hero. Do you want to count him? Because he can kind of be both.
Well, I mean, you can count him as a hero because I think when Wolverine was first introduced, he was introduced as a villain.
Okay. All right, so
Raymundo.
Let me pull up a chair.
as far as hero and villain in the Marvel universe, I'm gonna go Deadpool in the hero department because I like how funny he is, and it's close with him and Spider-Man. But I've enjoyed Deadpool a little more on the comedic side than Spider-Man is supposed to be more of a comedy character, but they made him more action movies and more like dramatic, I guess, in the movies I grew up on. And as far as a villain in the Marvel universe, I like. Let me think here. Would you consider Venom a villain? He's a villain, right?
He's like an anti-hero.
Yeah, he's like an anti-hero.
He could be a villain depending on the series of Spider-Man you're talking about. And the level of funny of Spider-Man depends on the series you're talking about, too.
Ooh, for Marvel, it's hard, man. Marvel, it's hard for the villain side.
Because they don't have great villains.
Yeah, man.
I was just thinking about it, too.
Like, Thanos, would you even consider Thanos a villain? He's not really a villain. He's just trying to, like...
I don't know enough about him, to be honest with you.
Well, if you know, they changed his the reason why he wanted to do what he did in the movies. In the comics, he was doing it to impress Lady Death. So that's... I mean, I've always known about Thanos. So I really do like Thanos as a villain.
Right. You know what? You know who I kind of like? And the only person that really comes to mind in the Marvel universe? The Green Goblin.
Okay.
I like the Green Goblin.
That's solid.
Now, as far as DC goes, villain, of course, Joker. Joker is my favorite villain. Favorite hero in DC, and I'm going to say this purely because when I was a kid, I thought I can do this if I, like, just kept pushing. Flash. I like the idea of running super fast.
Yeah. My favorite DC hero of all time is, no question, Batman. No question, Batman. And villain, no question, Joker. I do love the Joker. Okay. I wake up every morning and put on my Joker makeup, ready to fuck the world up. Marvel is definitely Blade. Now, growing up,
a lot of people don't know the Blade's in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, you have to thank Blade for kicking off this Marvel universe because that was the first Marvel comic book character, that movie that was successful. So, the MCU owes a lot to Blade. And to me, Blade was the first black superhero that I knew about from mainstream comics.
Now, not to cut you off, aren't they trying to remake Blade?
Yes.
Do you think they should do it?
Yeah, why not?
I mean...
I
feel like the series is good enough. Some things I just don't want people to touch.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be tough not seeing Wesley Snipes as Blade because, in my eyes, he is Blade. Mm-hmm. But I don't know how to say his name. Mahershala or whatever, Ali.
Good actor.
He's a fucking phenomenal actor.
Okay.
So I could definitely see him doing justice to that role, and the fact that Wesley Snipes gave him his blessing. Yes, absolutely.
Now, is this going to be a series or movies?
From what I understand, it's going to be a movie. I hope it's a movie.
Okay, all right.
I'm actually, you know what, and to touch on that, I'm very excited that the MCU is going to be introducing their horrorverse. I'm very excited about that, and I think Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness, I think it's called. That's supposed to be kicking off the different universes. And I think that's where you're going to get your horrorverse from for the MCU. I cannot wait. But yeah, Blade, growing up, that was the first black superhero from a mainstream comic book company that I ever seen. Like, I heard of Spawn. I had no idea Spawn was modeled after a black guy until after I saw the movie. And Spawn is cool, but I think Blade was cooler. Like, okay. Wesley Snipes just made him cool as shit. So.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Now, as far as villain from Marvel,
Team Thanos all day. Team motherfucking Thanos all day. I mean, I don't like his motivation in the comic books, trying to impress some bitch. But as far as the movies, like, he's cold. He's calculating. He's, like, I listened to someone break down his first fight scene in Infinity War, where there's like no question he could have beat the Hulk up, because in the beginning he was losing that fight because he was just caught off guard. But once the Hulk had him pinned up against that wall, and he was able to, to use his skill as a tactician, he beat the shit out of the Hulk. Yeah. I love fucking Thanos. Team Thanos all day. Shit.
All right, we're on the verge of wrapping up this part. Do you want to throw in your 2 and 2?
Well, just bouncing off of what he just said, just for comedic effect, my favorite Marvel superhero is Hulk. So, watching him get his Junie cakes taken by Thanos was, a little...
bittersweet?
Yeah. But Marvel villain, Magneto.
Okay.
Yeah. I like Magneto. I think he's really cool. DC hero... Honestly, like, to me, if I had like a favorite, it would just be like, because I like him compared to everyone else. But like, I really don't know enough about DC Comics, so I'm gonna just leave that open. Like, it doesn't really matter who my favorites for DC are. I don't care enough about DC Comics. That might trigger some people, but. I like any time they make Superman evil. I think that's hilarious. Because it's like, who's going to stop Superman now? He just decided he doesn't care anymore.
Did you see Brightburn?
He just, what?
Did you see Brightburn?
Loved Brightburn.
That was like the Superman. Yeah. Actually, that was a really cool concept for a movie. I thought it was really cool. But yeah, like when I think it was, what was it? The second Injustice, or was it the first Injustice where Superman went evil?
Second.
Yeah. That was awesome.
It was like towards the end of the first.
I thought that was awesome. I didn't play those games because like I was burnt out on fighting games. I was like, all right, I'm done with this. But the story was cool, and I think anytime Superman goes evil, everybody just kind of scrambles in the DC universe like, oh crap, wait. It's like, how are we going to do this? Because Superman's like unstoppable. So, yeah. But anyways, that's it for me on that one.
All right, well, we're gonna wrap up this part of the BigSin Podcast, the action section. You want to do another part? Let's do
crime and or drama.
Crime and or drama.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So when we come back, we're gonna do crime and or drama. If you are entertained by what you're listening to, please like, comment, subscribe, and share with family and friends. Ignore the first 3. Share us. Spread the joy.
Yes.
This is organic content.
Sharing is caring.
Yes.
Like
when everybody else is broke, but you happen to buy the large popcorn. Like,
last part, we didn't even talk. Half of the time, we didn't talk about comedy. We talked about babies with Ryan.
Basically.
Yeah.
Babies.
Yeah. So if you're enjoying what you're listening to, share with your family, friends. Spread us. Help us make other people laugh. We're here for you. All right. Gonna start the timer. Welcome back to the BigSin Podcast. We are here with a guest, Ray All Day. Of course, we are your hosts, Big Tone Son, right over there. Me, of course, Sinji. And we're gonna talk about crime and or drama. You said, right? Crime and or drama.
Crime and or drama.
All right.
So I love me a good crime movie, and I actually do like drama movies. I do actually really do enjoy.
I need to do some research on this while you're going. I don't have a list.
I can reel off a bunch of them just right off the bat. But I know a lot of the crime and drama movies that I enjoy are more like mafia movies, movies that take place in the hood, stuff like that. Yeah, I do very much enjoy those type of movies.
Okay. What do you want to kick it off with?
Want me to do my top 5?
Yo, you can do a top whatever you want, dog, because I need a lot of time.
Okay. No particular order. Definitely Boys in the Hood. That was the first movie I had ever seen in the theater. First movie I ever remember seeing. My mom took me when I was 5. My sister was 2. So she took me, my sister, and my mom's boyfriend went over to the Old Town 16 in Pleasantville. And that movie was just real and raw. Like, I love that movie. To this day, I still cry when Ricky gets killed. What's the next one? Juice.
I do like Juice.
Juice is such a fucking classic movie, man.
Mm-hmm.
Tupac killed that role. I love Omar Epps as an actor. Just that movie just, I feel like embodies what New York was like in the early 90s. You know, I know the 70s, 80s, and 90s, New York was like the Wild Wild West, at least from things that people have told me and things that I've read and watched and stuff like that. New Jack City, love that movie. I basically like almost any movie that Wesley Snipes is in. I love Wesley Snipes. Love Ice-T. That movie was was real and raw too. That's 3. What would be the 4th one? 4th one, What's a good mafia movie that I liked?
Bro, you threw me for a loop, man.
Crime and drama. I'm trying to think. I've seen so many movies that everything is just a blur. While I'm thinking, Ray, you wanna throw something in there?
In terms of crime movies, I think if I want to remember like the first crime/drama movie I watched, at least that I can remember, it's probably Scarface.
Oh
I
yeah,
think Scarface was probably the first.
If you watch
And
Scarface, The Godfather.
Yeah, I've actually never finished The Godfather. Actually,
That's
never
cool
watched
because
it.
I never started.
Yeah, I never watched the beginning to end. It's
Yeah,
an
I never
excellent.
started either.
It's an excellent movie, and obviously people are always gonna put it like on a pedestal. But I've never watched Godfather from beginning to end. Scarface, until I was older, I didn't watch from beginning to end. I always usually caught it like around the same part when I was a kid. But
The only thing I know about Godfather is that one scene. You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding. And I'm not even sure that's from The Godfather, but I hear it's from The Godfather.
I think it is. Oh,
it is, yeah.
You know what? Let me take Scarface out of that because I feel like that's like on everybody's list.
Right.
Not mine.
My 4th would be The Warriors.
Ooh, The Warriors is a good one.
I didn't hear about The Warriors until like 2005. I worked down in Public Works in Seattle, and I remember these 2 guys that I worked on a trash truck with. They talked about this movie, The Warriors, all day long. And they kept telling me, oh, it's a good horror movie. I'm like, huh? Okay, whatever. So then, like a couple months later, it was announced that Rockstar was putting out a Warriors game.
That's how I found out about The Warriors. I played the video game.
Yeah, and they were re-releasing the movie on DVD. So, I started doing a little research on it, and I was like, well, these guys are idiots because this is clearly not a horror movie. But that is a really, really, really good movie. I really do like I've loved The Warriors. And the game was fucking phenomenal, too.
Yeah.
5th one.
I think the game honestly motivated me to watch the movie because I didn't know it was a movie at all. But
Yeah.
I played through like the entire game. I was like, this was so much fun. And it's like, and I think it was my stepfather. I was just like, oh, they made a game about the movie. I was like, this is a movie? He's like, hell yeah, it's a movie. It's a great movie. And I was just like, oh crap. And then yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie.
Okay, so I'm not going to have a top 5 list. I really not. Wait, did you want to finish your list?
No,
Did you have 5?
I don't think I have 5. Because I just, if I'm, like, it's one of those things that, like, I'll end up trying to think about 5, and then I'll go blank.
Yeah, I don't have 5 either. But I am, in no particular order, I am going to say, I don't want to say movies I already mentioned in the last part, just not to throw them in multiple categories, because I can say Dark Knight and Joker, they count as crime movies. But I'm going to say... I consider Four Brothers a drama/crime movie.
Yeah, you can say
Yeah, Four Brothers.
That's a good one.
I really like Four Brothers with Mark Wahlberg. I had another one. I had it. The Fighter, also with Mark Wahlberg.
Did Mark Wahlberg do The Departed? That was his movie, right?
No, that was more Leonardo DiCaprio's movie.
Really? Okay. I like that movie.
People might disagree with this, but I'm going to throw this movie in the crime category. The Purge.
Okay.
Yeah, you could.
Okay. It's mainly based around crime.
Yeah, you could.
You could interpret it as such.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I don't consider it a scary movie because it's definitely not scary.
I think of it as like a thriller.
The idea of it is scary. Like,
yeah,
it sounds like the world has considered the thought of a purge.
Yeah, they could keep that one.
And I don't really have more movies, man. You know what? I'm gonna base around. Okay, I'll give you 2 series that I'm not gonna go into detail with, because we will have a series episode on this podcast eventually. But 2 series that like fall under crime and drama are Sons of Anarchy and Breaking Bad.
Okay.
Breaking Bad, I can't get past season 5. I think it's the last season. I can't get past it. I started and boom, done. No, I'm done with the show. Sons of Anarchy, man. I've watched that show almost 10 times from first season to last, and I'm sure I'll watch it 10 more in my lifespan, at least. I'm not going to go into too much detail of it, but I fucking love that show. So much that, like, a piece of it is tatted on me, so... If you haven't watched it, give it a watch. Other than that, Mr. Crime and Drama, anything you want?
If we're talking about like TV shows, I think I associate more crime and drama and stuff with TV shows because like
it's hard.
I've probably invested so many hours into watching episodes of Law and Order SVU than I probably should have. I think there was a point when I was growing up where like literally the only other thing they showed on what was it USA other than Monday Night Raw was like Law and Order SVU. And I would like literally just watch it all day because if I just have free time or whatever, it's like it'll eat up an hour. Even though sometimes the episodes just felt like it was like literally the same thing but with different characters. I don't know. I ended up really liking SVU.
Okay, so I have a 5th one and I have an honorable mention. 5th one would have to be Menace to Society, and my honorable mention would be South Central.
Okay.
So I basically picked all hood movies.
I was going to say, like, this should have been a hood movie. I probably had better picks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of hood movies are...
Crime and drama,
Yeah, crime, drama, and comedy.
Because society views black people as...
Wait a minute. No.
As ignorant crime...
I got to
crime. What am I looking for? Crime doers? Criminals? Criminals?
You know what? I have to take
a blonde moment.
I have to take Menace to Society off. Above the Rim. I got to put Above the Rim on.
I didn't watch that one.
I have no idea what that is.
I don't know.
Above the Rim is starring Dwayne Martin, Tupac, Leon, Bernie Mac, and it's basically about some kid, Dwayne Martin, who is a star basketball player in New York, whose friend who's played by Marlon Wayans is running with Tupac. Now they don't really tell you in the movie what Tupac is into. I guess you can kind of figure he sells drugs, and basically it's a basketball movie. But,
yeah, that's what I figured. I was kind of confused at first. I was like, "Is this a basketball movie?"
Yeah, it's a basketball movie, but it's basically crime and drama. Mm-hmm. It is a really good movie. Really good movie. I loved it. So we got Juice, New Jack City, Above the Rim, Oh my God, I forgot.
You forgot the other ones?
Yeah, I forgot.
It's alright. It's in the footage.
New Jack City. Yeah, you know.
We have time for another topic in this one part. Let's do favorite cartoon movies.
I was like, well, that was a jump. I don't know,
Yeah.
cartoon movies.
Yeah, let's do
okay.
favorite cartoon movies.
Yeah, we could be here all day. Now I can't think of that.
What do you mean? Alright, one of my favorite all-time movies to watch, and this is an in-betweener. It's like cartoon and real life, so like you probably already know what I'm talking about since I said that. Space Jam. I love Space Jam.
Okay.
It's a good movie.
I only watched it one time, but I really did enjoy the movie, so yeah, I can...
And
a lot of people love that movie. It's like a cult classic to some people.
I haven't seen it in years, but I did love Space Jam.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see what the one with LeBron James is going to be like.
Me too. I wonder how they're going to do that.
I don't know, but like they really are taking because they have to work around his NBA schedule and whatnot, so like, they're taking their time. But hopefully, while taking their time, they're working on the CGI part and making it as perfect as possible.
The concept of the movie really, as an adult, kind of tickles me more than like when I was a kid, because it's like, yeah, they're just gonna steal all of the best NBA players' skills. I'm just like, so they're making a cheese team in 2K, basically. It's like my boys are making the 7'5" point guards out here.
Yeah.
So if I had to pick four other NBA players that would be in this movie whose powers they should steal, it would be Stephen Curry.
Yes.
That guy, he's shooting from like across the country.
James Harden.
Yes.
You already have your small forward with LeBron James. Power forward, you can even go Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, that's really my pick.
That's the first time I ever said his name right.
Really?
My man.
That's awesome.
No one cares.
Antetokounmpo, baby.
So center.
You want to go on an obvious big name, big man, but you, for the sake of like talent, you want to go with someone who also doesn't get injured so much. And a lot of the big men these days, they get injured so easy.
Just jumping on that point, and I feel like a lot of big men nowadays just aren't big men anymore. So I feel like just for like if they wanted to add like a funny twist in the movie, even though he doesn't deserve to be a villain at all in this movie, they should just have Shaq be a part of this movie. Have somebody steal his powers, and then he just be the big bully the entire time. And
but you know what they did in the first movie that we're forgetting? That they didn't target specific players for like the role they played. They targeted talent.
Yeah.
And they became bigger than that person anyway. So
if you look at it,
but I think big man skill sets are different now.
Who had their power stolen? It was Sean Bradley, who was the center.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You had
but Sean Bradley wasn't injured.
Oh wait, yeah, you're right. So it was Sean Bradley, Patrick Ewing, it was Larry Johnson, Muggsy Bogues, and who else am I missing? Charles Barkley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Ewing and Bradley are centers. Muggsy Bogues was a point guard. Charles Barkley, Charles Barkley can actually play 4 different positions. He can do point guard. He can do shooting guard. He can do small forward and power forward.
And mind you, the players they stole were current players. So yeah, we could do Shaq, but Shaq's not a current player.
I just think it's funny.
He's a current goofball, yeah.
Because he always went on rants about like how he would just pretty much dominate because like nobody's really a big man anymore, and like it's true because the game's it's different now. But I do like the old school big men, so I think that whoever the big man should be, because the rest of this monster team is gonna be like amazing at offense. So you just would need a guy that's like shut down on defense. Like what's that guy's name?
But LeBron James is pretty good on defense.
Oh, he's LeBron James.
Oh,
I think LeBron James should be on the good guy team. They shouldn't steal his powers at all.
No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't.
Right,
yeah. So we need 2 more people.
Yeah, because Jordan was on the good team. So
okay, so
who would be the small forward?
I thought Giannis would have been the.
I would put Kyrie up there.
Durant.
Oh, Durant.
Okay, so Durant's a good defender too. I would do.
Yeah.
What I would do is I'd put Kyrie, steal his powers, and put him on the.
He's injury prone though.
He is injury prone.
He's injury prone.
He's so injury prone. I think you know why Kyrie is injury prone, bro. Kyrie, you probably have the best ball handles.
He actually just got hurt last night.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Kyrie has the best ball handling skills today in NBA. But this man does so much shit with his feet. I'm amazed he doesn't twist his ankle 5 times in one game.
Yo, I will say that I like Kyrie Irving, and at one point, I was even saying that he was one of the best point guards in the league. But he doesn't make his team better. He doesn't make his team better.
Yeah.
He almost reminds me of what Russell Westbrook used to be like. How Russell Westbrook.
I will put Russell in that team, bro. As talent stealing.
Yeah, you could. But Russell Westbrook, back in the day, he could go to a team where he could be the man, drop 45 points, they'd still lose, he'd be fine.
Yeah.
It wasn't until after, I want to say maybe Durant left, where you saw he kind of changed up his style a little bit. Yeah, he was still scoring a fuck ton of points, but he was also facilitating a lot more.
He was getting to triple dubs.
Yeah. That's when I started
he
liking him
averaged
a
a
lot.
triple dub that one season.
That's honestly when I started liking him a lot more. Because, like, before, I'm just like, oh, boy. I got another point guard that just doesn't do any damn thing but try to score himself.
Okay, so Space Jam 2. LeBron James, he's facing the Super Squad. The Super Squad takes Stephen Curry's ability, Kevin Durant's ability. This is a prediction for the movie now. Takes James Harden's ability. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis fucking monster.
Yeah, Giannis is a beast.
We need a 5th guy.
I remember I was... Because I've stopped watching for, like, the last 2 or 3 seasons. Like, I just kind of fell off on watching basketball. But before Antetokounmpo took off, I loved watching that dude. I was like, I can't wait for this guy to be a big star. And then I saw, like, he got the cover of 2K, and I was just like, oh, that's awesome. I was like, it was only a matter of time. This guy's a freak. And my pick for
He's
center...
only gotten better.
For center...
You're not limited, but yeah, you can pick a center, I guess.
Because I thought of it in my head. I don't know how if he's
they're
still...
they're going to get huge regardless.
Yeah, but, like, I want the skill set of a big man. So, like, I thought about it. I was like, who has, like, a kind of big man skill set? I don't know if he's any good anymore. I know he was, like, a really good shot blocker, like, maybe 1 or 2 seasons ago. Whiteside? Hassan Whiteside. I would pick him as my center because, like, that dude was, like, he had some legit big man skills. But with the way people switch teams, I don't know if he's on the Heat anymore. But
no, he's on the Blazers.
Okay, he's on the Blazers. God bless the Trailblazers. I feel like they're always... I always feel like they're that talented team that never does anything.
So how many...
I mean, they won. Did the Trailblazers win the last finals with... No, who was it?
That was the Raptors.
The Raptors with Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah. Kawhi needs to be in there. I feel like Kawhi should definitely be in that team.
Kawhi's a good defender.
Kawhi could be your small forward.
Yeah, he could be your shutdown guy.
But like I said, I mean, there's so many different blended. There's so many different.
Damn, we forgot about him, bro. He's on the Raptors.
Yeah, I was like, I love Kawhi. I was just like, wait a minute.
There's a bunch of different lineup possibilities you could have. Like you could have Kawhi be small forward. You can have Antetokounmpo play center. You could have Durant be power forward. Curry at shooting guard. Curry at
point guard and Harden at shooting guard.
Like there's so many different possibilities and different ways you can go. Yes, that was your. Oh yeah, you got like what 4 more movies?
No, that was just like my favorite of like all-time cartoon.
Another thing I would probably add for comedic effects in that movie, if they use Kawhi, if they steal Kawhi's skill set, they need to steal Kawhi's social skills too, because then it would be hilarious for the movie. I think it really would. I think just make him like the most awkward monster of the whole team. It'd be great.
So do you guys have favorite cartoon movies of all time?
Yes.
Go ahead, big dog.
Roger Rabbit.
That's
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
That's such a good movie.
It is a great movie.
That is such a good. I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot now because I forgot it.
That's immediately what I thought of when you said that movie, because I was just like, oh yeah, that was one of those movies where it was like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, where the cartoons and the people interacted.
That's what you were thinking?
Perfectly. Yeah, like that is my favorite cartoon movie.
To be fair, I think maybe do you think Space Jam and Roger Rabbit are like 2 generation movies? 2 different generations? You think they borderline?
What years did they come out? I don't even know.
I think Who Framed Roger Rabbit might have came out. Let me check.
The early 2000s, right? Space Jam was 90s, was it?
No, Roger Rabbit is so old.
Yeah, that could be late 80s, early 90s.
Wow. Well, and then I'm just remembering when I saw it then.
Space Jam, 1996.
I don't know why.
1988 for Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, you know what? Not for nothing. Who Framed Roger Rabbit was such a well put together movie for the year it came out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
Now that we've gone on record and Tony picked Who Framed Roger Rabbit, do you want to...
That surprises me even more. I didn't know that movie came out in 1988, honestly. I remember when I first saw it, it was like in the early 2000s, and I'm just like, oh shit.
Is that also your pick, or...?
That is also my pick for favorite. Yeah, for sure.
Alright, let's do top 5. What?
Movies?
There are plenty.
Oh, shit.
We did not go on a bang with that crime and drama. We did not. I'm sorry.
I had to get them hood movies. I had to sneak them hood movies in there.
Mm.
Cartoon movies.
All right, you can go first, sir.
Okay, so Space Jam, in no particular order. Space Jam, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Which one is it? You know, I grew up with this one. This is why I'm gonna say this one. The Scooby-Doo movie, where Scooby and Shaggy fall in love with the alien girl and dog. I don't remember the name of it.
I like the one where they were playing that game and they were going.
Cyberbase.
Yeah, that movie was kind of cool.
I'm gonna try to limit to one movie per series, whatever. I really liked the Tom and Jerry movie where they were...
The Race?
Yes.
That one was awesome. That's an awesome movie.
The Race Around the World. And I need one more cartoon movie. Oh, man. This one's not really a cartoon. It's like a live action of a cartoon, so I don't think I could pick it.
What?
It was like the Flintstones movie.
Yeah, you can't pick it.
Yeah, I like the Flintstones.
That was a good movie.
It was a good movie.
That's one of the very few live action movies I like.
You know what? There was a movie, and I'm gonna stump a lot of older people who might watch this, but like if you're young enough, you've probably seen it. There was a movie for The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, and I actually really enjoyed it. It was the one.
I want to try to remember what it was about.
I didn't know they had a movie.
They had a movie.
I'm like, wait, they
I
did?
had no idea.
Yeah, they had
It
a
came
movie.
out on Cartoon Network or in theaters?
Yeah, no, Cartoon Network.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna look it up for you.
Oh.
Would you like to go next, Raymundo?
Yeah, because I tried to pull 5 out of my rear end while he was talking, because I was like, ooh, top 5 cartoon. In no particular order, because I already said my favorite was Roger Rabbit. I want to say, and it's going to be funny because I remember Tony, when we were at the same job, told me a funny story about a certain aspect of this movie, but Tarzan's one of my favorite cartoon movies, and I remember Tony hating the soundtrack to that movie. That's a great story. Mulan, I hate to put all these Disney movies in here, but yeah, Mulan. The Rugrats movie. I love the Rugrats movie. And,
Good ones. These are hard to think of right off.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think of like all the cartoon movies that I've ever seen, and it's a lot. The SpongeBob movie. I enjoyed the SpongeBob movie when it first came out. I did.
So there was 1, 2, 3. I don't know what this is, but
Kids Next Door had a movie too?
With Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
What the hell? I don't even think I watched that shit.
I don't remember any of that.
I don't think I watched that.
So the Grim Adventure movie I'm thinking of was like Wrath of the Spider Queen. There was like this spider villain at the end. I think she may have had Grim captured at some point. I don't really remember, but it was a hilarious movie.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all, and I'm gonna go watch it now because I'm like, I don't remember that movie. Kids Next Door was an awesome cartoon.
Yeah,
I love that cartoon.
K&D, bro.
Damn, something next, huh?
Yes.
Okay, right off the top, Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah.
Peter Pan.
Okay.
Love that movie.
Okay.
Call me sideways on that one.
Yo, I fucking love Peter Pan, especially when the motherfucking alligator gets tick-tocking. When you hear that clock, you already know what's up. Peter Pan.
That is a good movie.
Batman, Mask of the Phantasm. Love that movie.
Okay. Damn, I forgot all about the animated like superhero movies too.
Definitely
Cartoon ones.
the Rugrats movie.
Mm.
Because Rugrats was one of my favorite cartoons when I was coming up.
Did you see Rugrats Go Wild?
No, I didn't.
It wasn't that the one with the like
Wild Thornberries or some shit?
Yeah. That one was good.
Yeah.
All right, and
Rugrats in Paris, enjoying.
My fifth one is Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Yes,
That's a good
love
one.
that.
You know what else? You know, I want to go on a Scooby-Doo rant. I'm not gonna lie, because I love Scooby-Doo growing up. We mentioned I'm gonna get a list of all the movies so we can talk about it.
Did you watch the Scooby-Doo stuff with WWE?
No.
Yeah, okay. You gotta watch that stuff. It's ridiculous.
I did watch. For anyone who doesn't know, Supernatural had an episode with Scooby-Doo.
Did it really?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
it was hilarious.
You told me about
because
that.
Dean was trying to kick it to Daphne the whole time, and like because the episode was haunted, they can actually get hurt. You know, cartoons can't get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Shaggy broke his arm. He's like, "Son of a bitch! I do this 1,000 times and nothing happens." Yo, it was hilarious.
It's because that weed wasn't hitting Shaggy. That's why you felt it.
Yeah, I will say Scooby-Doo, the original one from the 60s and 70s, favorite cartoon of all time.
You know what? We're gonna cut this. Let's cut this part short and let's have a Scooby-Doo part. 'Cause there's a lot of Scooby-Doo episodes, movies. I'm pretty sure we've watched enough of them.
Wow, we're about to have a whole Scooby-Doo joint.
We're having a whole Scooby-Doo part.
Okay.
All right, that's gonna do it for this part of the podcast, guys. Thank you so much for enjoying. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, and share us with people.
Yes.
Share us.
Spread the love,
Please
baby.
spread the love. We're gonna talk about Scooby-Doo next part. We're gonna do it. I committed to it, and they agreed. See you then.